these MAGA people call the countries that our families come from, call them shithole countries, right? And that because they think they're poor and primitive and backwards, and well, what are we doing here?
Greater LA Today, presented by the Chicano Hollywood Film Festival. Tickets available at ChicanoHollywood.com.
Lalo, on to another topic that I had asked you about in recent times. If there were any new challenges or new things that you've seen that have particularly piqued your interest. And one of the things you had mentioned was a lot of the censorship that's going on in academia with Chicano studies and programs being silenced. Obviously, DEI was one of the early ones that we heard about. Also, art displays being censored. And one of the things you mentioned is, what does this communicate? That the powers that be can silence us if they don't like our point of view, if they don't like something that represents us. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that that's happening, and it's not even like, I mean, they have no argument. All they can do is say, we're going to not fund you if you don't do what we say, this, and that. And it's just not right. It's not constitutional. And it's just not where any country should be going to. These MAGA people call the countries that our families come from, call them shithole countries, right? Because they think they're poor and primitive and backwards, and well, what are we doing here? We are our leaders are so weak that they cannot take one differing opinion. They can't hear a joke on TV. They can't see an image on the internet that offends them or that calls them out, rightly so. And it's just, it's pathetic. And it's a sign of weakness. And that's how weak, these people really are. So I'm a firm believer in hitting them when they're at their weakest. So keep hitting them with satire and jokes. I'm not a good boxer, so I have to use jokes and satire. Come on out, everybody. ARTBOLISH ICE. It's going to be packed with art and art appreciators, and it's going to be fun. So August 8th, ARTBOLISH ICE art show curated by me. I'll have a few pieces there. So come on down.
Greater LA Today, presented by All We Have, now streaming on Tubi.